If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference, become a moment maker, and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Good morning.
Hello.
How y'all doing on this fine Sunday morning?
Excellent.
Yes, sun is shining and it's cold as crap out. Oh well, so welcome back to another episode of NBR where we talk sports. Appreciate y'all showing up to listen to us yammer. I guess we'll start with college basketball today, this morning, and Michigan State pulled out a big win against Michigan. I believe they were both tied for the Big Ten, so Michigan State takes that little jump up above them. So Sparties are looking pretty good.
Yeah, it was a nice win in a hostile environment for sure.
Yeah, it was at Michigan. So big in-state rivals. Michigan State handled business where, Michigan State's obviously a better basketball school than football school for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the rivalry in college basketball for Michigan. It's not Ohio State, it's Michigan State for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I believe so. So Auburn is looking like the team to beat right now. They are rolling pretty good. They about a week ago, Alabama was in town and they were like, what were they, number 1 and number 2 in the SEC? It might have been overall.
It was number 1, number 2 overall.
Overall, and Auburn, handled them pretty well. But Alabama came back and beat Kentucky. So anytime you can beat a big basketball school like Kentucky, it's a pretty good day. But I don't know how Kentucky's basketball team's doing these days without their coach. So he moved on.
Yeah, I mean they're still top 25 for sure. So I think they're ranked 7th. That's a nice win.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let me see. So also, Eric brought up this morning that the NCAA tournament is looking to expand the March Madness field to 76. Somebody's got some background noise going.
My bad. Probably watch my TV.
Oh,
is it better?
Yeah.
My fault.
So I don't know. I mean, 68 is already a lot. Like, I'm not sure why they want to open it up to add another 8 teams. Seems a little...
I think the conferences are getting pissed that they're, the SEC, the Big Ten, ACC are getting pissed that a few of the teams are left out, right? So,
win more games.
You're still going to get left out.
Yeah, win more games.
Right.
You're still going to have first 4 in, first 4 out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like how many you can do a pool of 100 teams.
Yeah, somebody's going to get left out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the only real solution then is to open it up to the 320, do a 325 team playoff.
Just that everybody makes it bracket.
Everybody, participation award.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, when does it end?
It's crazy.
I don't think it's like in football. I'm more open to it. I don't think it works, but I'm more open to it than I am in basketball. It's just like you're not making a difference. You're just letting those last 4 out in. Now it's a different 4 out.
Yeah. And you're not letting mid-majors in. Who's going to be getting in are those bubble Power 5 teams, and that's
the 5th and 6th seed in the ACC and the ACC, like you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Guys that really don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, and I mean the best part of March Madness is watching these little schools beat the big schools, and
but the reason they beat them is because they're good. If you just let in like all these teams, like not all these teams are good.
Right, which is what I was saying too. Like they're not going to be letting in any more little schools. It's going to be it's going to be the 4th and 5th, 10th best Big Ten team, right?
Yeah,
and who cares? It's not going to be interesting matchups.
No, they're still going to get smashed.
Right. It's just a money grab, Then you can.
Yeah. More schools are invested. More schools are watching the tournament. More, that's how many thousands of people that are going to tune in to watch their school or their local school or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a money grab.
For sure.
Yep.
It's never ending, man. Like the NFL wants to expand, the NCAA wants to expand. Like, man.
They were talking. I heard on the radio the other day. They're talking about expanding the college football playoff to 16 teams in like 2 years. Wild.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about that. At first, I thought it was a good idea, but then you let a team like Ohio State slide in, and they run the table in the playoffs. But any other year, they're not even eligible to make the playoffs. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they're a non-conference winning team that won the playoff.
Non-conference.
They didn't even win the Big Ten.
Yeah, they didn't win the Big Ten. They
didn't about basketball.
They didn't win their conference, and they lost to their biggest rival.
Unranked biggest rival. 5-loss biggest rival.
See, that one to me is just bragging rights. I can get over that, even as a fan. I'm over that. We won a national championship. What are we talking about here?
They didn't even play in Indy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even play in the Big Ten championship game. You're letting too many in. But they're never going to go down. Like, it's never going to go back to 18 or, it's 12 now, and it's only, 12 is the floor. Yeah, 12's the floor.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I was in favor of it at first, but then I was like, I didn't really like the way it went this past year, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, the playoffs themselves were really good games. That's what I was worried about, were them being just absolute shit games. And they all were really good. So, you can't really bitch about that.
Just didn't like who won.
Yeah. Richard just doesn't like that Ohio State won.
It's just, it'd be like that sometimes. Most of the time.
Almost all the time.
Well, I was about to say, most of the time it's the team you don't want to see. Hey, Super Bowl, though. We didn't have to see the Chiefs win again. So
yeah, that's true.
Consider that a win.
Big facts.
But, so what's next? Is the NCAA tournament next? Or is football? No, college football's over.
Yeah, I think it's the tournament.
Yeah, NCAA tournament. Sweet. That'd be cool.
It's a couple weeks away.
Yeah, honestly.
It's almost March. Unbelievable.
It's
crazy. One more week. Less than a week. It's March. 5 days, man. But before March Madness starts, Michigan has to come to Michigan State now and play. I believe that's the last game of the year.
It'll be hard to beat them twice, but I think Michigan State could do it. They got a good team this year.
They have a decent team, yes.
Decent team, great coach. It's a good formula.
Yeah, it's amazing how long Izzo's been there.
It's amazing how many times he's been successful there.
Yeah.
Well, really, just once. He's only won it once, but
But he
if it weren't
had a
North
stretch where
Carolina schools, he would win
he
three.
had a stretch where he was in the Final Fours like every year though. I mean,
well,
I'll go back to that.
Yeah, there's a stretch. I think he didn't have a graduating class that didn't make the Final Four. Like,
Right? Yeah,
I think it was 12 years or something, like, which is amazing.
yeah. I would love to get back to that.
Yeah. Yeah, he.
Yeah.
I think last week or the week before he took over as number one winningest coach in the Big Ten. He passed Bob Knight. Was that last week or 2
Yeah, I
weeks ago?
saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yeah.
And I mean, the one thing
past,
you got to give Izzo, he plays a tough non-conference. That boy don't play when it comes to.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. He's always going to run into that team at the end, and what better way to beat him than to be ready for him?
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't shy away from competition. That's for sure.
You know, he just can't beat the Carolina schools.
No.
Can't do it, man.
Yeah,
No,
and I think
tough, dude.
Kansas gives
NC
him
State
trouble
can't either.
too.
The Blue Bloods.
Yeah.
It's tough. They're tough.
Yep. For sure. So, before we get on to Major League Baseball, which is in full swing, kind of,
We'll swing
let's talk about
almost.
the NBA. It saddens me to say that the Lakers are probably going to win another championship this year.
They got a good shot.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a big statement. I don't think
Luka
they will,
had a
but
monster game yesterday, though.
they're playing good. Those two are good together, but
It's going to be hard to beat those two.
it's going to be hard to beat. I'll give you that 100%.
Yeah.
Plus, they have a couple of good pieces around them that can hit their shots. That's important.
Yeah, more reason to hate LeBron James.
He missed a couple of big shots the other night to win a game against the Hornets.
Yeah, I saw a stat on
Both
LeBron the other day. It was game-winning shots while he's wearing a Lakers jersey. He's like one for 29
26.
or something like that. Yeah, one for
Saw
20
that.
something. I was like, oh my God.
Saw that.
Hey, Michael Jordan, what would he be?
I don't know what was his game-winning shot.
I mean, we can't
percentage
talk
in
about
Washington.
we can't talk about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just kidding. Yeah. And again, I mean, beating a dead horse, he gets slapped on top of the head and he rolls around on the court crying for 45 minutes. Like, come on, dude.
Well, if you get slapped on top of the head, that's a foul. So,
Yeah, but he doesn't have to embellish it. Jesus.
well, they won't call it
He's the
don't
biggest dude in the league, and he cries the biggest.
because they don't call it on him. He gets ripped. He got fouled way harder than anybody in the 90s. They rip his limbs off when he
That
goes
is
down
an
the lane.
insane freaking statement
That is a
right there.
fact.
That
is a
is
fact.
not a fact.
Oh, here we go.
100% fact. He gets
no way.
torn apart.
There's no way.
He just doesn't show it because he's, like you said,
No,
the biggest
but-
guy in the league. So they go,
Yeah.
they rip him limb from
Biggest-
limb.
Biggest crybaby in the league. Yeah, okay. We all know that. I can't stand the guy, so whatever.
He did.
About those Pistons, Jason.
Yes. Talk about Pistons for a second.
They're looking good.
Look great. They
Very
look,
good.
like every time I check, they win by a good margin.
So looking good.
They're looking great.
A nice young team. I'm excited.
Good
they-
leader.
They've won 5 in a row, right?
Mm-hmm.
The question is, are they going to make the playoffs this year?
Yeah. They have a 94% chance or something like that.
It's exciting.
Are they going to do something in the playoffs?
Yeah. Are they going to make waves?
Probably not, but
Well, they'll get experience. It's like the best thing you can ask for a young team. Get in there and win a series.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you think they could win a series?
That's what it'd be. That's the question.
well, right now they're not in the play-in tournament. So I mean,
They would
they're
have a home.
gonna have to play either like New York or
Mm.
Indiana. So I mean, it's not gonna be easy. So I don't know. We'll see. We played New York a couple times. We beat them. We've played Indiana a couple times and beat them. So I mean,
Yeah,
anything can happen.
the Knicks will slip up. They don't. They're good. They win a lot, but they lose games they shouldn't.
The East is very top heavy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's New York or Cleveland and Boston in the East right now. So I mean, it's if we can get past, if we can make it out of a first round, I'd be shocked to make it any further than that. I would sell my car and put everything on black or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's the turnaround is amazing. Would they lose 30 in a row last year to even be considered for a playoff team? It's
I don't know. I
remarkable.
don't know. This is what we've been expecting, though. So, like, the last year was a very big blow up in our face kind of season. Like, we were expecting this kind of thing last year, but I don't know. It's nice to see it finally happening.
Chemistry.
Yeah. An actual coach that's knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you add playoff experience to that, and I think they'll be a solid team for the
We're in
future.
good shape for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, if you'd have told me at the beginning of the season that after the All-Star break we'd have basically the same record as the Timberwolves, I
wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'd be clapping with my feet. So, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, they're a fun
Plus
watch.
500 record, yeah. Yep.
I was I mean the Grizzlies are playing pretty good too, right?
Grizzlies are playing very well. They're second in the West.
I was just wondering, how's this John Morant kid doing? Is he staying out of trouble these days?
I mean, yeah,
for now.
Yeah, from what the media's talking about.
I mean, you're staying out of trouble until you're not. So it's just hopefully he stays like that.
And especially the kind of stuff he's been doing. I mean, it can all flip in a second. So,
yeah, smooth sailing for Memphis right now. They look good. It's a good team to watch. They're fun. They're exciting.
Jaren Jackson's an MVP candidate.
And he's good off the court, too.
Yeah.
So no risk there.
Michigan State guy. I think Cade Cunningham is an MVP candidate, too, which is worth talking about.
I would definitely not argue that. It's considering what he did with this team he's got. Like, that's, like I said, leadership through the roof.
Yeah.
What year is he in now? Third?
Like 4, something like that.
4?
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
He got drafted like 20 or 21, I think, maybe.
Was that after COVID? I feel like
when he got drafted? No, he got drafted before.
Before COVID?
Like right in the middle of it.
That's a good thing about the NBA draft, too, is that even though they're playing well, they have a good shot at a good pick. So
21. Drafted in 2021.
What was he drafted, like 8th or 9th or something like that?
First.
Yeah, I thought it was the first pick.
Number 1.
Because I don't ever remember the Pistons getting that number 1 pick. They're always like getting screwed and get like 7 or 8.
Well, it wasn't like a superstar year. It wasn't a Victor Wembanyama year. Speaking of which, you hear about him?
Cade Cunningham that year was pretty certain. If we got that 1 pick, we were taking Cade.
Yeah, that was a cut and dry one, right?
He was almost up there with Victor Wembanyama. Jalen Green.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
was
sense.
The number 2.
Yeah, super athlete, but not anywhere near Cade.
Evan Mobley went 3rd. Scotty Barnes.
Evan Mobley.
It's actually a really loaded draft.
Yeah, Mobley, I would say, is right there next to
Josh
Cade.
Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Franz Wagner. It's pretty good.
Wagner, is that the kid from Michigan?
Yeah.
We had 2 come out. 2 Wagners.
But yeah, Victor Wembanyama got a blood clot in his shoulder. He's out for the season. Possibly longer. Yeah, it's really bad. It's super close to his heart.
Dang. That's scary
stuff.
That's scary, man.
Scary stuff. That's like, forget basketball.
Man, no doubt. When do
he's already tall. You know, the guys that are that tall have problems with circulation and stuff anyway. So
it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, isn't he over 7 feet?
He's like 7'6", 7'7".
Yeah.
And it's like all arms and legs too.
Yeah, his wingspan is almost
like 9 feet.
Or it probably is over.
I think it is 9 feet.
I wonder what they're going to do for it. Can they remove it, or are they just waiting for it to dissolve? Or like,
Well, even if you could remove it,
According
it's
to
like
Wikipedia, he's said.
Jathan said, it's a circulation thing. It's going to happen again. They got to figure it out. And I don't think this is what ended Chris Bosh's career. Same thing. And he stopped playing. He was like, it's not worth it. But he played for 12 years and won a championship.
Right.
He's 7'3" with an 8-foot wingspan.
Oh, it's 8 feet wingspan. That's crazy.
8 feet?
Yeah.
His wingspan's longer than he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what
almost a foot. It's 8 inches.
Yeah, it's like way longer than he is.
Yeah, dude's a freak.
Holy
That's some
crap.
long ass arms.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
You don't even have to jump to freaking dunk, man.
No,
No, not even close.
not at all.
His like wrist
could
will go in
probably-
the rim.
He could probably touch the box in the center of the glass. Like he could
Oh, he
probably,
could probably grab something off the top of the backboard.
yeah, he might be able to. He can definitely jump and touch
Put
the
a quarter
backboard.
up there and come down with 2 dimes and a nickel.
Yeah, for real.
Mhm.
That's
Crazy.
He did. That's what he did for the All-Star game when he did the skills competition. He came down to do the finishing layup, and he like put the ball in the hoop like that.
Yeah,
And he like barely left the ground at all.
it's crazy.
It's like that was weird. It's like what you would do on a Fisher Price goal.
yeah, be slam dunking on your son. That's what he does.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Man, that is
It's
crazy.
cheating.
Nobody pays me millions of dollars to do that to Kobe.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
You got to toughen that boy
Hey.
up, though. Don't let him
Oh,
Hey,
win.
but
no,
for real,
no
though,
easy baskets in this house.
But for real, though, you could go around telling everybody that you dunked on Kobe.
Yeah, I do all the time. Every day.
Oh, Lord. All right, the hockey, man. The NHL changed up their all-star format, and it was a one for the record books, man. They turned it into a 4 nations tournament.
USA, baby.
USA rolled all the way through it, all the way up until the last game. They had to face Canada again, and they lost in OT. But it was a great tournament, and there's a lot of viewers tuned in for it.
Yeah, that Canada USA final was the most watched hockey game in 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah.
when that game started, man, I had a feeling Canada was going to pull away with it, unfortunately.
I mean, you can't be mad at the US. Like those dudes played their asses off.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, Connor McDavid is next level, like above and beyond everybody. You know, I don't know. You can't be mad at all with a second place. We'll see you in Italy next year, I guess.
Yeah, so it's kind of like watching the Spartans back when they were good. They'd make it to the Final Four and then lose. It's still heartbreaking, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean the thing to take away from that tournament is the success of it. Like that,
Yeah, for sure.
wild. And that's how you grow. And that's how you grow the game. Honestly,
sure.
you know, you want people to new viewers to be exposed to hockey. Do that, and that I mean,
Let's if you take the NHL and the NFL and you compare their Pro Bowl games, like one you have two-hand touch, and the other league they're literally beating the shit out of each other. There was 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the USA Canada game the first time around. I mean, to me, that is crazy.
Especially at an all-star event where like every other sport, they're like, oh, it's a week off and like we're gonna chill and hang out. Hockey,
Yeah.
they're like, nah, I got a chance to knock this dude out.
yeah, but you know what? You put
Huge hits.
You put your country across your chest. It means
Well,
something.
even in baseball, they do that, and they don't treat it like hockey players do. They
No,
try
I mean
hard,
hockey's
but
different though. Those dudes are absolute animals.
Well, that first Canada-US match definitely set the stage for the finals. This is definitely the reason why the records were broke.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that first game, it was like the most watched game since the Game 7 of the finals a couple years ago or something. So, I mean, even that first game pre-fight, it was. I mean, that's a pretty good viewership if you're going up against a Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final, your
Yeah.
premier event. So,
halfway through the season.
right, in an all-star tournament,
So I
basically.
mean, like if you could do that twice a season, you're winning.
Yeah. Whoever came up with that format is a freaking genius,
They
man.
probably got paid.
Yeah,
And
I
it
would
was
hope
great.
so.
And it was great hockey. All those games, every game was overtime, real close. Like the stars, every star played, right? Like who sat out? There wasn't too many people sitting out. There were people begging to be on the team. Quinn Hughes was begging to be on that team, on Team USA. So the guys wanted to play, and I mean, they showed out, every last one of them.
Yeah, for sure. It was amazing.
Yeah, nothing but good things to say about that, for sure.
Yes. So, second half of the season for the NHL now. The Wings,
Man, that was a kick in the nuts yesterday.
and they were up 3-1.
With 9 minutes left, they were up 3-1, and the Wild pulled
Yeah.
their goalie. And
Yeah, every time the Wild pulled their goalie, they scored.
yeah, and then they lost in overtime on that like fluke. I was listening to it in the car, but there was like
So was I. Yeah.
like a fluky goal or something. Like I didn't quite get what happened.
And the Wings were on the power play for the first 2 minutes of the period. I'm like, come on, let's do this.
Right.
If,
Not so much.
If the Wings can figure out their defense, it'd be a very scary team.
Yeah, I mean they got goal scorers. It's just they leave the defense leaves that goalie out to dry. These dudes are coming in, and my very little hockey. I'm not a hockey expert, but that's what I seem to think.
You're our hockey expert.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right. The MLB, man, spring training, spring baseball is in full swing. We got the squads down there in Florida and Arizona. So I think the big question for the Detroit Tigers this year is how do you get Spencer Torkelson to hit 31 home runs again or 34 home runs again?
I hate this question. I hate this.
But it was 31 home runs in 2023, and then he comes out in 2024 and only hits 10 and got dropped down to the minors. And
I mean, home runs aside, look at his slugging.
yeah,
look at his hard hit ball. Look at his hard hit ball rate.
He's got it. You just got
Not great.
It's coaching. That's what it is. You got to get the coaches to get it out of him. He's got it. He's done it before.
he's definitely he's got it. He was the number one pick overall for a reason, right?
Got to coach this kid. You can't just let him go play.
The problem is I've read article after article that says he doesn't listen. Like he'll go in there and these coaches will, pull up a video or something, and he doesn't want to do that. He's been on record saying he's only going off of feel, and you can't do that anymore. You have to take advantage of every technology that's available. Like feel's not working for you, brother.
So what is it?
This is something that coaches deal with all the time in players. They figure it out, man. They got.
I mean, and again, I'm just telling you what I read in the articles.
Being hard to coach is not a good thing.
And if it were me, I would be doing everything I could to get my shit together, right?
I mean, at least get it together so they could possibly trade him if they don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. But.
So here's the difference between premier athletes. When Kobe came out first in the league, going back to Kobe, right? So when he failed at first, what did he do? He stayed until midnight just shooting 1,000 shots. Like, how come this kid's not in the batting cage 24/7?
Being in the Lakers organization and being in the Detroit Tigers organization is a big difference too.
You're also comparing one of the greatest mentalities in sports ever to
yes,
everybody.
I get that, but there's got to be something. You're a professional athlete. You have to have a little bit. You have to have a little bit of that in your blood.
But I don't know that Torque does.
Apparently he doesn't. Yeah,
and that's the problem.
But that's my question. Why? He was a number one pick. He was
also hitting 31 home runs in garbage time. You got to think that Tigers team lost 100 games.
A lot of games,
right? So hitting 31 home runs in a no
off who did he hit them off of is what I want to know.
Right?
Who did those 31 home runs come off of?
In a no pressure situation is a hell of a lot different than a pennant race or rattling off 30.
Like you said, they're down by 5, and the other team just throws in a bullpen guy. Yeah. We don't want to use anybody good here.
That's
Yeah,
true,
I
but you're still betting against the
can still hit a ball.
MLB's best. You know, like there's still a pitcher in the MLB.
I'm with you. I'm with you. At least get
So
25.
the question is,
Do
what do the
something.
Tigers do with them? Do they try to trade them?
I mean, I don't know what you
Now.
can get for him. I
For
think
what?
you
Yeah.
send
Trade
him
him now.
you
Just
start
cut
him you start him in AAA and see what happens. But I mean, this is the same story that's happened with him year after year. So
And
Yeah,
especially
that's
if
what I'm
the
saying,
word's out. Go ahead.
how long do they sit on this kid? Is he even worth having on them in Toledo? Is he worth
Yeah,
it?
I don't-
I think at this point it's out of their hands. Like if he plays like crap, they're never going to be able to trade him. Especially with that, like Eric said, he's hard to coach. So who's going to want that?
right.
So you got to hope he comes around.
And I mean, I'm rooting for the kid. Don't get me wrong. I want to see him succeed. Like,
Even if he does start batting, where do you put him in the lineup? Like where do you put him in on the defense? Is it going to be a DH?
I mean, but also he's a liability at first base.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
not good.
The liability. I mean, he's so bad that they had Mark Cannon playing first base.
Who's your DH now?
Shit, I don't.
Wouldn't Javier Baez be DHing a lot
I hope not.
Yeah.
in the field? That's what I'm saying. If he's not DHing, then Javi's in the field, and he doesn't have a glove like he used to have.
Situation.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, probably Malloy will be DH a lot. I would assume one of the outfielders. You know, we have 4 pretty good outfielders, so I would assume one of those, the odd man out of that group, will
Get him in the game.
probably DH. I could see Riley Green DHing.
I
Did
feel like
you
he
see-
was for a moment of time in the season last year.
Yeah,
Why would you want Riley Green though? Because he's a stud
He's
out in the
such a great
outfield.
fielder.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you, like what I.
So Torkelson was a product of Avila, right? Alex Avila. He's the one that brought him in.
Yeah, but look back at that draft. You can't be mad at that. That he was literally the only guy. Go back and look. I've looked at that draft often. Like he was the number 1 pick. You can't be mad at that.
I mean, you can today.
Yeah, but who would you rather? Like, look
I
at
have no idea. I have to go back and look at the stats. I'm sure somebody's doing better than he is.
Yeah, you can't look at like round 3, pick 4. You know, like that's not like look at the top 10 guys. There's not one that they're all flame outs.
It's crazy.
So it just wasn't a good draft. So you can't be mad at that pick though. Him or Mize. You can't be mad at the Mize pick either.
What year was that?
Torque was 19 or 20. It was 19 and 20. I don't remember.
It's not 19. 19 is a Rutschman.
Oh, Rushman. Then it was 2021, maybe. I don't know. They all.
Yeah,
2020.
it's 2020. Torque, Heston Kirsch,
Go to Arizona
Kerstead,
State.
Kansas City, got Asa Lacy,
Yeah,
Aston
right. You
Martin,
see what I mean? Like
Emerson Hancock, Robert Russell, Robert Hassel. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these guys.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like,
I bet you a lot of them are more later picks. Robert Hassel III, he's pretty good. But yeah, I don't see any big.
yeah, there's
Garrett
not a
Crockett.
and you can't look at like round 2 or 3. Like you have
Max
to look at
Meyer.
Garrett Crockett was the 11th pick in that draft. He's really, really good.
yeah, but
Patrick Bailey, he played at NC State. He's probably one of the best catchers in the league.
But don't you think if you're the number 1 pick and you suck, you're gonna spend your entire offseason training?
Still a weak draft.
he's going back to this. Yes.
To me, it just doesn't make sense though.
Garrett Mitchell,
I don't get his
Jordan Walker. He's a good
his
draft.
mind. You know what's going on in there. I literally don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been
Yeah, hindsight's always 2020.
Oh, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't mind it. He had a hell of a College World Series that year too. Like Torque was the number 1 pick. He for sure was.
I don't see anybody else on that board that you could say, hey, this guy's going to be better. I think Garrett Crockett's a better player, but there's no evidence of that.
Yeah, but not on. I mean, you got to think that year Torque had a huge College World Series, huge.
And he came out of Arizona State. It's a
Right.
good baseball school.
Right, he was the number 1 pick. You can't.
Crockett.
I'll
Well,
argue
he
with
came out
that.
of Tennessee.
I'll argue with you all day about that. He was the number 1 pick.
Yeah, I think he was too. With that knowledge that you had at that point, he's the number 1 pick.
Right.
If you were to repick it now, sure, you change it, but
Yeah, but that's an
draft,
unfair,
would
that's
you
an
not
unfair.
change?
That's an unfair. You know.
Well, every single draft ever, you would
Right.
change after the fact.
Right.
Every
Well,
single-
what did Mike Trout go 26th or 27th?
Probably, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, like hindsight's, you know. You
Yeah,
can't-
exactly. And if you redo that one, he would go number 1 by far.
Yeah, for
Right.
So
sure.
it's like, and he might actually have a career because he would go to a decent organization, probably.
Yeah, but he's one that keeps re-signing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but what do
Freaking
you
move.
like if these idiots are giving you $400 million? Like,
Yeah, right. You only play for 20 years and then you just enjoy the money. Who cares? Yeah, I won't win, but I'll be one
speaking
of the
of the
best outfielders
Angels,
ever.
I saw something interesting the other day. They signed Anthony Rendon to that huge contract. Ted
Mhm.
Williams played more games during World War II than Anthony Rendon has played for the Angels. Think about that. And Ted Williams flew fighter jets in World War II.
And
Yeah.
he got paid a lot less.
That was that Anthony Rendon signing might be the worst signing in the history of baseball. That dude's an absolute clown.
Mm. Mm. You see Juan Soto?
Yeah, his home run yesterday.
Yeah, his pop fly yesterday. Yeah, it was nice. But
I did see that he bought some kid a freaking truck for giving up
yeah,
his
giving
number.
him his number.
Yeah, did you know that was part of
$72
that was
$1
part
million.
of he had
What's a
to get
truck?
number 22. That was part of the signing deal.
And that Chevy Tahoe is nothing to his contract he just got. So
I know.
They
should have
should
bought
have
him
super excited though.
I'd have asked him for an Escalade or something.
I would ask
Yeah,
him for a house.
yeah.
you better pull up in a McLaren. You're trying to get my number, bro.
You better pull up with a house.
You just
in
signed a house.
Hawaii.
How big is your
Crazy.
contract? How much did you just sign?
700 million?
Yeah, you got
Plus
me.
you got box seats and all this other stuff. No,
You better
no,
pull
no,
up
no.
with
Yep,
something better.
security
Than
for your
You need more in this
family.
car.
You got the suite.
Matter of
If
fact, I
it's
would have
in-
walked.
If it's in his contract that he has to have this number, like
He didn't have to
the-
give him anything.
yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, like, did that kid have to give up his
yeah,
number?
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Is that kid gonna get cut from the team? If
I
he
think
doesn't?
Yeah.
if the Mets made the deal, yeah, they would have cut him.
That's such a terrible. That's
Because of your number.
like, bro. How
Yes.
does that even go about? I'm suing, bro. There's no way you can fire me because I won't give you my number. What?
I don't know. I bet you if it's not in his contract, they can.
That's crazy. I'm suing.
It's crazy. But
Yeah,
that's,
boy would have been down at AAA, or you could have a Tahoe.
oh, they would have pitched him. They would have sent him somewhere else. You kidding me? Juan Soto? Yeah. Good to see him.
After they just gave him 700. Yeah.
It's, man, it's just so janky, man.
Yeah, you could go to number 21 and take this Tahoe, or
Yeah.
hmm
Or kick rocks and maybe never play again. you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
or
honestly, it's not like he was an established MLB player.
we'll see you down in Brooklyn or wherever their AAA team is.
Mm.
And the Mets would do that too. Steve Cohen's
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
an
Out of all
animal.
the teams
He
in the
wouldn't
league,
Blink an eyelash. You would, yeah. Don't worry, Juan. You got the number. We'll take care of this kid.
he probably didn't even buy that Tahoe. The team bought it for him.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good point.
Speaking of cars, did you guys see the down in Lakeland, Javi Baez drives I don't what is it, a Lamborghini SUV, and he was parking it like an asshole, like taking up 2 or 3 spots.
It does
And,
not surprise me at all.
And Gleyber Torres blocked him in with his car so he couldn't leave. And now there's like a parking war going on where they try to like block each other in. It's quite funny.
I wore my Gleyber Torres hoodie yesterday in honor of you guys.
Yeah, we play you guys today.
Today, yeah. There is a good ball player. You guys got a good guy with him.
Yeah, I like that signing.
Mm-hmm.
In other MLB news, Eric and I are now eligible to play for the New York Yankees.
Oh yeah, you are. That's true. Mhm. Very good. Very good. Appearance-wise, you are.
Parents, what? Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's good. Eric looked at you like, bro.
It's like, what?
I know you hate the Yankees, but we are not that good. Jeez. I don't know. I could see Eric throwing 95.
I don't know. I feel like your beard's pushing it there a little bit, bro.
Yeah, that's true. They
yeah.
didn't say just any beards.
Yeah.
You
No, well, Eric is eligible, not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, yours is getting a little Duck Dynasty there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
about
Well,
to
I
come off
control.
again.
Have you
Start
seen
all
the instant replay? Been working pretty well in spring training.
Yeah, I didn't watch yesterday. Today will be the first day that I tune in. So
They're already messing with it though. There's a catcher for I think Kansas City yesterday that it was ball 4 and it was like a foot and a half over the zone and he challenged it.
well,
it
yeah,
was Tampa Bay.
people are going to exploit it for
It was
sure.
Tampa Bay, yeah. Mhm.
You only get certain calls though, don't you? Or you only get just so many?
That's probably why I did it. I think it was late in the game, and he was like, "Oh,
Just
just
whatever.
do it."
Just
Yeah,
burn the challenge, guys.
yeah, because the manager was laughing. He didn't seem to care very much.
I think you get like 3, and then if you keep getting it right,
You
they
keep
giving
going.
it back.
You can keep going.
Yeah.
Which I like, because if the umpire's making bad calls, like I'm gonna challenge him all day.
Are are any of the games televised?
They're on
There might be a couple.
Tigers games on Valley or whatever it's called now. So I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't get that.
If it's on, it says FDS-DET.
Yeah, it's on
Whatever,
Fox Sports.
whatever.
Yeah, it'll be on the yeah.
I wonder if you pay for the MLB package. I wonder if they.
Yeah, you do get them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they better throw spring training games in.
Yeah, you do. I wouldn't be able to watch it though because I'm in Detroit, so they block out the Tigers on MLB. So you wouldn't be able to watch. You can't watch the Reds or the Braves, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to watch the Reds or the Braves, but you could watch any other ones.
Don't know that there's any on
I
regular
always
TV.
pay for it, but
Well, yeah, there's one game on MLB TV. It's
The Braves.
Tampa
and
Bay.
Braves and Tampa's on MLB, but
great. I won't be able to watch it.
Neither one of them have a win yet. That'll be good.
No, it's on MLB.
Oh.
You'll be able to watch it. MLB
Speaking
TV.
of which,
Oh,
there's a
MLB TV.
documentary.
Oh, I thought you meant the
The
page.
channel. It's on the channel.
no, it's on MLB.com. That's what it says.
Yeah, MLB.com.
So
But it will be free.
Yeah.
Just watch it. There's a documentary on YouTube, One of a Kind. It's about Greg Maddux. It's supposed to be really good.
Oh, I have to check that out. I love
I haven't
Greg
seen it
Maddux.
yet, but I'm going to watch it.
all right. What else we got today?
Mm,
I don't know.
Anything else you guys want to hit? I know as soon as we hit the end stream button, we're always like, oh, damn it.
yeah, my wife's always like, "Why didn't you talk about this today?" I'm like, you should have told me that before the show.
Yeah.
Comment in if you want us to talk about it.
Yeah. You got to text your husband during the show.
Yeah, it's hard though because you got to wrap everything that happened in the week up. So we always miss.
Yeah. But,
We're in a transition point too. Football's ending, baseball's starting, so nothing's really full swing.
Yeah.
That's top of the table. Hockey and basketball are kind of secondary.
Duke broke a record or something last night.
Yeah, they scored like 100 and some points in
110 on
Again?
Illinois. They dropped 110. It was like the most in franchise history or something like that.
Didn't they drop like
In a game. or
over
something.
100 last week too? Sometime.
That's what I was going to say when Richard said Auburn was the team to beat. I think Duke's the team to beat. They beat Auburn.
They beat Illinois. It was
Either way, you're not wrong with either one of those teams. They're both really good.
They beat Illinois 110-67.
They had walk-ons playing at the end of the game, nailing threes.
43-point win.
They almost doubled them.
Yeah,
Literally.
Duke's wild.
It's crazy.
Oh. What do you
I
know?
did hear that, though. They were talking to Cooper Flagg after the game, and apparently his brother won 3 state championships in high school in 3 different states.
Really?
Brother? What?
Yeah, I was like, why? Why would you want to do that? That's retarded. Sorry.
3
That
different
doesn't
states?
make sense. Just go to one high school.
Is he older? Is this his older brother?
Younger brother, Ace.
Younger brother? Ace Flag.
Yeah, these kids have no loyalty. They don't even.
Well, it's just like they get to do whatever they want. Like, oh, I'm done. I'm done with this. Let's move on. You're not a professional
The
athlete.
fact that that is even an option for a kid in high
Yeah.
school is wild. Like your
Go to
parents took you
school.
3 different states just to win a state championship in high school. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I 100% agree.
It's like what?
I don't think it should be allowed. But
Yeah, like what? What is it? Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, then you can't be. You can't be mad at these kids for doing NIL stuff if they've been doing it.
or transfer portals. It's the
Right.
same thing. in
Yeah,
college.
transfer portal.
You literally get nothing out of going. Like you get what state? You get different state championships. Like wait till there's money involved.
There
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be though.
Like
Yep.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
there might be, but the kid, it's not directly going to the kid.
No, it's going to his family.
It would go to his parents. Yeah, and his parents
Mhm.
are throwing it to him. But surely the family's got money if they're moving them around to 3 different states.
Well, Cooper Flagg's got an NIL deal, doesn't he?
Probably
go.
he's the
I
biggest
would
name.
assume so.
He's the
I don't
biggest
think
name
he
in college
was. I
basketball
don't
right
think
now.
he had struggles growing up either. Pretty
Doesn't
sure
seem
his
like it.
parents were wealthy. I don't know for a fact, but yeah, I
He
don't
could
agree with that.
build.
Go to matter of fact, go to the high school you're supposed to go to.
That would be more impressive. Like, don't go to a private school. Like,
Yeah, don't go to
IMG,
whatever
IMG,
G
yeah.
and all that stuff.
All
Don't
this-
just go to the one down the street. Do it there.
Yeah,
I
do
dare
the
you.
neighborhood high school,
Yeah.
like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Public school. Go play with those kids.
like Kobe. I'm kidding. Sorry.
Like Kobe.
Is Lower Marion
Lower
actually?
Marion School.
Is that a public school?
Probably not anymore.
It sounded like it. The name sounds like
It's probably
it might have been while he was there, I guess.
So
public school.
I just looked. My MLB account was on auto renewal, so it's already a done deal.
Oh,
Where did KG go to high school? Did he go to a public school?
Kevin Garnett? I'm not sure actually.
I think both of them did. Different breeds. Different
Yeah.
breeds. I've seen Kobe have interviews with his old high school point guard, and he looks like me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not
Yeah,
like a
Yeah,
6'8"
regular.
beast. It's like, no, I did it with this guy.
LeBron's teammates are like that. You know, they're just old dudes like me. You know.
Yeah.
this point.
You should go back and look at those old Cleveland Cavaliers teams. Literally, I think I could have made that team.
Yeah.
Malden High School.
Yeah. They should make that a rule in high school basketball. You have to at least attend 1 year at your local public high school.
KG did go to a public high school
See? Different breed, man.
called
Different
Malden High School.
Where is it at?
In South Carolina, Malden, South
Oh,
Carolina.
Yeah, I think these like big private high schools are kind of a new thing. Like when
like
we were
college.
kids.
Yeah,
They
I
go,
think
they have
it's like
state of the art
2000.
facilities, and they don't go to school. Somebody does their schoolwork for them.
It's like college already, but it's
Yeah.
a baby college.
Yeah, like that Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas and Del Mar or whatever in Ohio, in California. You know, those ones in California.
It's money grab. Hey, if you're rich
Couple
enough to
in
send your
Florida.
kid to this school to go give them a step ahead of it, give me your money. Come on, let's do it. That's what it is. Just money grab, just like everything else.
Yeah, and some of these high schools have better facilities than colleges, really.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Absolutely, especially some of the
D2
smaller colleges.
Even MTSU. I mean, none of our facilities are that great. I can't imagine.
Well, that's because you're probably your space program and your whatever your plane program is probably really nice.
Aeronautics is
Aeronautics, that's the word.
aviation.
Not smart
building.
enough for that. Aviation, that's what I was
The
thinking.
aviation building.
Hey, Eric, speaking of Casey Mize, he's starting today against the
Yeah,
I like Casey.
I saw that.
He is. He is.
I like him a lot. He's going to be good.
Yeah, just keep his injuries. He just always is hurt. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Casey Mize.
Hey, and another question is, does Scooble continue his dominance like he did
Yes.
last year?
Yes.
Honestly,
Is he going to win the Cy Young again this year?
Yes.
You think so?
he is way better than any other pitcher. Yeah. Even I don't know. I'm trying to think of. I got nothing. Literally, I mean Garrett Cole. Not really. He has bad starts all the time.
Scooble just got extended for 1 year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we avoided arbitration. It wasn't extended. We avoided arbitration.
Oh, so do they lock him down before the end of the
It's
year?
just this year.
That's like $1 million question in the past 6 months.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but I don't see there's any way he doesn't explore free agency.
Oh yeah,
I think he's
Yeah.
mad. Honestly,
Two-time
that they
Saturday winner.
didn't. I think he's mad that the offer that they gave him was not competitive. So
well, that's freaking Chris Ellich for you.
I was about to say that's a good way to shoot yourself in the foot.
Oh.
Mhm.
And I
I
think
don't
not getting, I think not getting a big cornerstone bat hurt as well. But I don't know.
It's all
Yeah.
good. I think he is. He'll look good in a Yankees uniform. He can keep his number. He can do whatever he wants. Sweets. We got it.
Well, I hope he throws his arm out before he rolls into the
After we
Bronx.
sign him. After we give him the money. Stay there. Hope his arm falls off the day after he signs his contract.
Jeez.
As long as he doesn't go to Boston.
Boston, man, they killed it this offseason.
They really did.
You rather him go
They
to
had-
New York than Boston?
Well, they're both
That's
hated
tough.
in Detroit, right? But
That's tough. I don't know, man.
I
seems
wasn't
like
gonna say it. Gonna take-
every freaking Tiger that's worth anything goes to Boston.
The only one I can think of is JD Martinez.
I was about to say, who are you talking about?
Rick Porcello went to Boston.
I forgot about Porcello. He was my guy back in the day.
Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Dombrowski went to Boston. He took players with him, didn't he?
Yeah, Dombrowski went to Boston. He's in Philly now. But yeah.
I don't know. My baseball knowledge is not up to par with the rest of my knowledge.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Guess we'll wrap it up. Yammering for 51 minutes. And it's not even football season.
And it's not even football season.
Years in the past, we always struggled this time of year.
You're getting better at this.
Trying to extend our roots, man. Yeah.
Mm.
Trying to cover all fields.
Yes. So if you know hockey expertise, send them our way.
For sure. Got a spot right there in the middle for him.
Yep. Yeah. Right. You probably make more money than all of us too. This contract would be larger than ours. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to NBR. Peace and love. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.